Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampingup.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today for my Wait What Wednesday tip video, we're going to talk a little bit about the new stamps that are coming from Stampin' Up. And you're getting a little sneak peek of one of the brand new stamp sets that's part of our celebration promotion that starts in January. So I want to talk to you about these new stamps. They're called cling stamps. Stampin' Up! Just announced them when I was in Orlando at the beginning of November. We are super excited about these. So here's what you're going to get. This is the same red rubber, high quality that you are familiar with. And the stamps are die cut. So you just pop them right out of here. And you also have your image sheet. Now, you guys, if you've watched me long enough, you know that I usually don't put the labels onto my stamps. There are a couple different reasons I don't do that. One of the reasons is that once we put the labels on the old type of stamps, they didn't stick to the blocks very good. So instead, I just left it like this and counted on my knowing how to position that. Well, now we have these new cling stamps, and you can bet I'm going to be putting labels on. So let me find the stamp that matches this one is right here. You get a set of labels, and you can see clearly what the labels are on this side. On this side, it's just a little bit harder. So I'm going to find which stamp or which label matches this stamp, and you're going to peel back. There's a little slit in the middle of the backing paper. You're going to peel that back, and then you're going to take your stamp and position it onto the cling sticker. You want to make sure that you get this on here as perfect as you can because there's really no second chances. These stickers are very sticky. And then once you have that sticker on there, you're going to peel it off just like this. Now, this isn't much different than what you've been used to, right? Well, here's the kicker. Look at how sticky that is. Cling, cling, cling. It is going to cling to our blocks like crazy. Let me show you one more. Peel the backing off. We are going to find which label goes with this stamp. And I'm pretty sure it's this one. And again, you're just going to place that stamp right onto the label. Give it a good push. Peel it up, and once again, very sticky. Now there's a couple things you should know about these cling stamps. One of the things is that Stampin' Up! Recommends we do not leave them on our blocks for extended period of time because you may have trouble getting them off. So I decided to do a little test run with that. I'm going to grab a stamp set. This is a stamp from the new set called Geared Up Garage. It is a fabulous masculine stamp set, and you'll see more of this coming from me very soon. But this is the toolbox image. It is also a brand new cling stamp, and I have had this on my block for about a week. Now, one thing I can tell you is when you go to remove these stamps from the blocks, you want to make sure that your fingernail is getting under that label when you go to pick it up, okay? Now, if you have acrylic nails like I do, this may be difficult for you. That's where your take your pick tool is going to come in pretty handy. We've got the spatula end on it, and if you need to, you can give your edge of your stamp a little help with that tool, and then you're going to hold on to that label as you remove it from the block. And as you can see, it's left no residue on my block. My blocks aren't very clean because, you know, they've got finger glue and other things all over them. But it didn't leave a residue on this block, and this has been on there for about, I'd say, at least a week. So I'm just going to put that back on there. There was a lot of concern that the cling stamps were going to stick to blocks and never come off, but I haven't seen that happen. I really wouldn't worry about it. So you're going to mount these just like you would any other clear mount stamp. Another little tip that I want to give you is once I've popped all of these stamps out of here and put the labels on them, I like to take the rubber that's left over. A lot of people throw this away. I do not throw it away. I love to keep it in my case. And that way I know I can look at the back of a case and see if I'm missing a stamp in that particular set. And it's also a great way to hold your stamps and keep them all nice and organized. And this is the way that I then store my stamp sets. So I always keep that rubber in there. And I'll put the labels on the rest of these at another time. I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do all that. But I just wanted to share that with you. And then, like I said, I can see where I'm missing a stamp. Now, another thing that's new with Stampin' Up! Is we are no longer going to have wood mount stamps. So right now in the catalog, we have our clear mount, which is the red rubber. We have photopolymer, which is the clear rubber. And then we have wood mount stamps. And a good example of the wood mount stamp is this marbled background stamp. While we're not going to have wood mount stamps in our smaller stamp sets, we are going to have them in these big background stamps. The wood mount is still going to be available only in the background stamps. And you're going to see a complete transition away from wood blocks in the smaller stamps when our new catalog comes out, I believe like June 1st. So I just wanted to let you know that we're still going to be able to get them for the big background stamps, but no other stamps are going to have wood mount or wood blocks with them. You're going to get cling stamps that you put on acrylic blocks, or photopolymer, which is the clear rubber. So I thought, well, as long as I got all this stuff out, why don't we make a card? I thought that would be fun, right? You have been patient and you sat through this whole tip video, so now let's do something a little funner than talking about cling stamps, which is pretty exciting. So I'm going to make a card with this marbled background stamp. I really am a big fan of background stamps. So I'm going to bring in a piercing mat here. This is just one of our piercing mats. We sell these in the annual catalog. I've wrapped it with paper. I like to use it to cushion my stamping surface because your stamps will work a little better if they're cushioned. I've got some Highland Heather ink, and I'm going to ink up this big background stamp. And I'm sorry if my camera's jiggling a little bit. That'll happen when I'm pouncing on my table. And here we go. This marbled background stamp is so pretty. Now when you're using a background stamp, you always want to leave it lay on the table, and you're going to bring your cardstock to the stamp. Once you have that on there, we're going to cover it with just a piece of printer paper and use a nice flat hand to rub all over to get this gorgeous, gorgeous background. Now, doesn't this look like shaving cream? I know. All right, let's keep going here. I think you're gonna love this card. This is a quick and easy card. Stampin' Up! Has a campaign going right now called #SimpleStamping, and this card is certainly going to qualify for that. I have a Highland Heather base that's 4 1/4 by 11. I've scored it at 5 1/2 and burnished it. And now we're going to come in here with a scrap of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp this wonderful saying that says, "The world needs more people like you." And I have a ton of friends that I can send that to. And then I just wanted a little tiny color on my layer here. So I decided to bring in the Garden in Bloom stamp set. And I'm just going to use the little butterfly also in the Highland Heather. And we're just going to bring in our little butterfly right here. And you can still read the words because I've stamped them in black. Whoa. Oh, that was so close, you guys. I almost stuck my card base in there. Let's get those ink pads closed up, right? Here comes, whoops, I'm going to use a 2-inch circle punch. And then I've got a scrap of Highland Heather here, and I'm going to use our Starburst punch. We're going to add these two together. Oh my gosh, isn't that just so pretty? and simple, right? Then I wanted to make a bow to go with this, and I don't have any Highland Heather ribbon, so I decided to get out my gold metallic edged ribbon, and I'm going to bring in my bow jig, and I'm just going to tie a really cute little bow. So I'm just testing this to see how much ribbon I need. I'm going to cut this off, and we're going to make our own ribbon in Highland Heather. Got my Highland Heather Stampin' Blend, and I am just going to color this with my Stampin' Blend. And this is so cool. These alcohol markers are so nice. The coolest part is you only color one side and it just runs through to the other side. So isn't that neat? I'm going to take this and make a tiny little bow with my bow jig. Now, if you guys watch me and follow me, you know all about this bow jig. But if you don't, my friend makes these. She's gone for the winter. So if you would like to get one, you can contact me in April and I'd be happy to hook you up with her. Otherwise, you can make your own. And all it is a piece of wood with a couple nails in it. And I've got, these holes are 1 inch apart, and then each hole afterwards is a 1/2 inch, and that's all there is to it. It makes these adorable bows in various sizes, and they're just stinking cute, aren't they? Okay, mini glue dot is going to help me keep that in place. Boy, you guys are getting way more than you bargained for today, aren't you? And I'm just going to set this little bow right up here. Don't want it to cover up my words or my butterfly. And then we're going to add some dimensionals to the back. Oops, I just want to get that out of the way. We're going to glue this to our layer. I think I'm going to do it this way. I've got kind of a little seam going down here from my ink pad. And you know, there's always ways to cover up those little imperfections. That's what homemade is all about. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Here comes this. And we've still got an inside here, and I want to do just a little something to our inside. So I'm going to keep this butterfly stamp, and I'm going to just stamp some little butterflies going right off the side. Isn't that cute? Just a little something. And again, this is going to qualify for that simple stamping. There we go. What do you think? So this all came about talking about our new cling stamps. You guys are going to love these. I am already really impressed. I think they're going to be a huge hit. Now, there's a couple things going on this week. I have an online class that's going live on Friday. I will be working to make you a video using this amazing bundle of products called Serene Garden. Watch for that on my blog. You're going to love this. It's just incredibly beautiful and so fun to use. And I've also got some giveaways happening on my VIP Facebook page. How do you get into my VIP Facebook page? It is a private page. I have to add you personally. All you have to do is place an order with me. You'll find my monthly host code right here. You want to add that to your order. My website is right here, and you can click right up here and it'll take you right there. You're going to find a complete shopping list for this card on my blog that'll take you right to my store. If you guys have any questions at all, I love getting your questions and comments. Please click that like button on my YouTube channel. That really helps me out. You can click right down here to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have a ton of new stuff coming out. And if you haven't ordered from me, all you have to do is place an order and you'll be added to that VIP Facebook group. I'm going to have a lot of exclusive stuff coming out in that group in the next few weeks. This is my special thank you to my customers. So I'm going to have a lot of giveaways. You guys have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, And don't forget to check back on Friday for that online class and a brand new video. Bye-bye.